I don't even what's up YouTube back in the reaction. I don't even know if it's going on the more channel or the main channel, but we got Blink. Excuse me. We got Blink Boy, worst Invincible beatdowns ever. Probably the main because the See That Champ video is when we spelled Red Bull on our keyboard, so it's lost media because that stream was never posted. But there's day 758 live video on Twitch. Links in the description below. Well, I'm not on Jack TV no more. Who are you, buddy?
Omni-Man versus the Guardians of the Globe.
Omni-Man versus the Walmart Justice League was the moment I realized this wasn't a regular superhero show. The superheroes aren't ever supposed to lose unless Hawkeye is on the squad. Ain't that right?
Oh,
but here, not only do they die to another superhero? If you had asked me, I would have just guessed they lost to a Walmart version of Lex Luthor or something. Jeff Bezos works perfectly as that. But nah, here Red Rush gets caught and done so dirty. Head squeezed while he tries to fight free. Mind you, he experiences everything in super slow speed because of his powers. So when people speak, it sounds like Mike Tyson trying to get his words out. When he's waiting online for the bathroom, niggas is in there blowing chunks of Trippie Redd albums on the toilet for hours. And this right here lasted an eternity. Surely the real Batman would have had a better plan than this. Got his head slammed open, just straight violated. The real Bruce Wayne would have had a million contingency plans ready. He would have had that Viltrumite AIDS in his serum ready, Ragnar's, the Infinity Ray, and a barber, all the Viltrumite's weaknesses on site. Instead, bootleg Green Lantern catching a hand through the head.
It's not Green Lantern, it's green. It would be Martian Manhunter, honestly.
And getting banged on like some drums and smashed up to be put in a can of tuna, laid out right in front of Martian's feet.
Hold up, what?
Smashed up to be put in a can of tuna, laid out right.
Why Spider-Man butt crack out?
In front of Martian's feet.
I mean, this is also Martian Manhunter because he's a Martian, but I feel like.
Martian Man wraps around Omni-Man and they start fighting back. They can't just take this beatdown without getting any of their licks in first. Who the fuck y'all think we are? The Avengers? But Omni-Man kills Martian Man, puts a hole in Very Mortal's gut, killing him for what will be the first time of 78 times. An uninterested woman gets her neck snapped.
Mark versus Battle Beast.
Mark and the Guardians versus Battle Beast was a beatdown of epic proportions.
Ew, bro.
This was rookie Mark going against a nigga.
But to be fair, this is literally like that part of the story where for some reason you face an in-game boss at the beginning of the game, and he's just there to show you. Like if the tutorial boss was like just dead ass, like the second final boss, second to last final boss.
Later know can go toe to toe with Thrag. Battle Beast on day one is crazy.
And you just spoiled?
Nigga just loaded up the game and spawned in versus the final boss. Exactly. That's like having to deal with Rod Wave on your first McDonald's shift. It's only Mark's third day out here. He had started cooking some C-tier heroes and started feeling himself, talking about some who's next? Nigga thought he was finna get his spot on the top 10 coldest moments list. Instead, he got that ass slammed. His girl talking about some where are you while he's crawling to save himself. This nigga life is terrible. Battle Beast told him, nah, don't run, stomping his face out and hitting him with mad different combos, kicking him away like he's Messi. This was even a psychological beatdown, cause the new Payless Guardians of the Globe pulled up and Mark thought he had been saved. They got handled in seconds, leaving Mark to have to crawl away begging for a medkit for a revive. Nah, wasn't bro just talking crazy just now? Who's next? You next, nigga. Battle Beast did him absolutely insane, man. Black Samson or Tyrese Gibson thought he was gonna get his Goku rage time talking about
he did not get his rage amp.
Screaming like they was day ones. Mind you, he met him an hour ago. Nigga ran in with the shittiest form I done ever seen too. Getting his punch caught, broken hand, slammed onto the ground and thrown to the side. Left Broski in the Peter Griffin pose. Just straight belt handed out to everyone involved here.
Omni-Man versus Invincible.
Omni-Man versus Invincible was the craziest display of child abuse I'd have ever seen.
Bro turned 18 and really got
taking your
whooped
son
on
to a Brooklyn Nets game to watch. I already covered this fight play by play.
Yeah, if it ain't in the 90s
parental manipulation line in the book. Straight, this hurts me more than it hurts you. This is for your own good. This is what you've been asking for. To try and convince Mark to follow his Viltrumite heritage. Mark tried to tell him, Dad, I don't want to take over the planet. And just caught right hooks for it.
He said,
My
nigga,
pops
what?
had the same reaction when I told him I'm not trying to make the league. Omni-Man really beat this nigga's ass for wanting to be a good person. Told him, you're gonna take over planets, murder mad people, and you're gonna like it. Beat him all up and down Chicago for the entirety of O-Block to see. He not good in this hood anymore. Omni-Man not only beat Mark up and down the entire city / state, he made it a point to use his beating to purposely slaughter people in the process and show Mark, see? Killing people not even that bad for real.
Conquest versus Mark.
Bruh,
Conquest versus Mark is a taking
rival
turns
one,
beatdown.
Because
they really did take
I'm not
turns
gonna lie,
just
this
pummeling.
is, you know what's crazy? Because personally, I think I enjoy the rematch better. Just for the ending. The ending's crazy because Eve really cooked them in the first one, but the second one, it's really just like Mark just. The adrenaline amp is real. I mean, Kirkman might keep saying it's not, but it's adding up, bro. It's adding up.
In all other situations so far, it was a one-sided beatdown. But here it's the both of them just doing the most damage to each other.
Now Conquest be playing with his food.
Mark into the ground and Mark slamming Conquest into buildings.
But he eating those though.
Supposed to be a hero, but making sure the poverty line is worsened. I knew Mark was really locked in because for the first time ever, he drew blood on the other person first. You know how usually he be like, Mom, I'm home, and comes in with a fully bloody suit and every speck of the blood is his own.
You see the other guy's face.
He had landed so many punches on Conquest, he's all the way up into space, had this boy leaking. Now, Conquest retaliated with a cannonball that can only be replicated by Rod Wave in the pool, and punching him into 18 different cities, took that nigga around the tour of the East Coast.
Hey, I forgot how much Blank Boy don't fuck with Rod Wave. Cause I'm like, what's up? This is like the third. This is a 10-minute video. He said something about it like 3 times. Like, oh my god, like 5 minutes, bro. Like, it's genuinely crazy, bro. Rod Wave might be his op.
Had Mark begging for him to stop. Mind you, bro was just talking crazy not that long ago. Was slamming his face across the ground, making Mark taste the concrete like Patrick. While Mark was delivering lefts and rights on repeat, making him make sure no car was coming from either direction. It's safe to cross the street. On the ass-whooping rankings, this up there with what the Lakers are doing to the Rockets right now.
Oh my god, this video is so old. This video is so old that the Lakers are about to get swept, bro. Oh. This is a re-upload. Why is it a re-upload? Should we not upload this? I don't know. I'm
smushed
scared,
this shit. Then both feet stood on top of him, having his back tear up the entire road.
This shit got
even made sure to sprinkle in a little
bro.
torture to Lil Bro Oliver on top of it, just for the cherry on top. Conquest said, nah, Mark, the whole world need to see what I'm doing to you. He beat that nigga from continent to continent across the ocean, making him drown on the way there, and using him as a battering ram to turn all the beachgoers into deli meat. Neither one of them having any regard for their life, punching each other with such hatred and anger, breaking their arms in the process.
And here we
go. Yeah, that headbutt.
And then the rematch wasn't much prettier. It was just as ugly as the first fight, and Jay-Z. This was Conquest beating down Mark while Mark tortured his throat. He was hitting him with the most insane, we not having this baby punches, with so much hatred and blood everywhere, smashing him into the rocks, putting a hole in his entire torso, and ripping his guts out of his body. Yeah, they truly take fight to the death to heart.
Invincible versus Angstrom Levy.
What Mark did to Angstrom was ridiculous. He did him like how Kratos did Zeus. And if you do anything on the level of Kratos, that's an automatic indicator that you did some disrespectful shit to somebody. Angstrom really tried to fuck around and find out, pushed it to its max capacity, was rage baiting Mark, threatening his mom and little brother.
Yeah, bro,
got his ass
you can't rage bait
nigga
family.
I'd be mad too, Mark, if I had to stare at this disgusting nigga. Every time he was on screen, I was ready to turn off the TV. He was also just so annoying, so trust me, I was so happy when Mark was doing him crazy. I was sitting there like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Believe me, oh yeah.
Thrag versus the Coalition.
Yeah, again, I just did Thrag versus the Coalition play-by-play, but it can't be spoken about enough how he came through and lived up to the hype that the comic book readers was putting on his name. You know a nigga is serious when he's acting this nonchalant and it isn't corny. The Infinity Ray literally puts holes in Viltrumites like SpongeBob SquarePants, and he just nonchalantly moonwalks out the way, no care in the world. Nigga told Oliver, you're not one of us. Talked to him like he was Uncle Ruckus, smashed his jaw open and then ripped his arm off. Tanked the hardest hit Mark could land on him and then did a reverse impact frame on his ass. Bro punched
reverse
Omni-Man
impact
down
frame
to
was
Viltrum
kind of crazy.
so that he could be surrounded
The
by straight
defensive
abandoned
impact
buildings. Tried to convince Omni-Man that the 4 Viltrumites left can repopulate, but Omni-Man said he is not clapping Lucan, so he punched him so hard that he was airbending better than Korra, punching Omni-Man so hard he turns into a rocket off the planet and can't stop himself till he's damn near out the galaxy.
Ass.
He
It
made
has
Thaddeus
nothing to
look
do
like
with
he's
Korra.
an easy fight, made him look like very mortal, gave Omni-Man straight CTE headshots for 5 minutes straight, no break in between.
Like, why does Sokka
and then
die
put a hole
young?
in his
Like,
body,
I don't like the
gouging
writing
Mark's
is just
eyes
not.
out,
I'm not a
letting
fan of
him
the
live
writing.
just
I could
because
care
he's
less
not
about
trying
the
to make
actual
his
characters.
own species extinct. Gave Mark a psychological beatdown and a mental one. Bro got home and had straight PTSD. Shout out to Zeph. Post-traumatic smoke disorder. He couldn't do shit without imagining Thrag ripping their heads apart and how he can't do anything about it. Then Thrag pulled up to reaffirm Mark's fears. Like, yes, nigga, I am really here, and you should be worried.
Allen versus the Viltrumites.
I forgot Allen looked
Viltrumites
different before he got like
his buff
reprogrammed type
really
shit.
gotta be studied. I ain't seen this level of jumping since what they did to Jiraiya. Allen thought shit was sweet out here trying to.
Again. It's always too soon to bring that shit up, bro. Like, oh my god, bro. Oh my god. 5 minutes, 5-second silence for Jiraiya. Might be one of the first times a nigga ever crowd watching anime, bro. Cause they genuinely did Jiraiya so wrong, bro. I'm not even like, bruh.
Crack jokes, but none of them found
Bad day
any
for
of that
Rain.
shit funny. Hitting him with the most ridiculous haymakers, passing him around, landing WWE moves. That shit don't even exist on Viltrum. The love of the game of being a bunch of evil niggas got them improvising new moves. They taking turns flying at him with charged up rights. It's not enough to break his back once, we need to break his back twice.
He's
already dead.
Punched that nigga into a headlock and started unleashing onto him while his girl watching is truly evil work. They don't care about anything. Started punching him in the face over and over again. Punched his eye out his socket. Did all of this because they wasn't
really
fucking
I
with
always
his stand-up
forget that
routine
happened,
bro
yeah.
was doing. Lucan rips off his arm and then slapped that nigga with it. They used an Optimus
Wait, how did his
Prime moves
arm
too
regrow?
now.
I
This is
forget.
crazy. Dula came over, grabs him, and punches a hole through his body. Stared at bro to make sure
I
he not
genuinely
bleeding,
forget
and then
he got
decked out,
smoked
leaving
like
him
that.
there. That might be the worst beatdown in the entire show now that I'm reflecting on it, not gonna lie.
Anissa
It's
versus
worse
Mark.
than
If I
Oliver.
remember correctly, this was Mark's second time fighting a Viltrumite, first one being his dad. And Anissa wasn't playing fair whatsoever.
Yeah,
He
she
hit up and
immediately
down, punched his
she
ass
immediately
into a
bullied
cruise.
game.
Had Cecil scratching his head like, what the fuck we supposed to do about this? That's our #1 overall pick getting lumped up out there. Next best thing we got is calling in Very Mortal. She was stepping on his throat, had him begging for his life. I mean, this was just embarrassing. I thought Mark was locked in, but nah, he got done crazy. Left him on the brink of death. Mind
pixie
you,
cut.
this is not even the top 30 worst ass whoopings he's taken. Probably wasn't even the worst he got that day. But I just figured it was
really
worth
just
mentioning
leaving,
because it
gang.
was a big moment. There is so
it a big
many more I
moment?
could mention.
We just gotta
Omni-Man
randomly put
versus the
Anissa in.
Thraxons. Omni-Man versus
Yeah.
his parents. Every
Bruh.
time Very Mortal went against a Viltrumite. The Invincible War. The list goes on and on.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna call it there for now. If this does well, maybe we'll go for part 2. Peace.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's a re-upload, so this definitely going to the second channel, especially if it had to get re-uploaded because YouTube didn't like it. I'm not playing those chances on nothing that's no, or like I'm not gonna call it mediocre content, but like, you know, I feel like react. I feel like this is also some shit like you could react to on stream, but like, does it have to go on a channel? Like, you know, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments below if anyone actually watches these anymore.